Hey, how you doing, man? And welcome to the September 17th or 18th? I think it's the 18th. Sounds right to me. How are we doing? We're doing good, I think. We're doing good here. Different position. You're like, what the hell is going on here? Does he work in a Tim Hortons? You know what? I do. Would you like a Frappuccino with that order, sir? Alright. Sounds good to me. No, man, what's going on? We're sitting here on break. And you know what? I gotta say something. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to be closed-minded here, but old people, for the most part, can go fuck themselves. Okay. You know, it's just I've encountered so many assholes who are just like, they're so short patient, like they can't handle. It's like, I don't know. They've lived so long that they just, when they don't have it their way and have it the first time, they get pissed when it doesn't work out for them. I guess the example I'll use is the one that happened tonight. So this guy is like paying with food stamps, but for some reason he thought it was a debit card, so he rings it up as a debit card. And then I'm like, was that debit, credit, or stamps? He's like, that was a debit card. I put in my PIN. What's going on? It's not working. Are you trying to take my money? I'm like, dude, come on. Do you want your old money? No, I don't. So I was like, alright, one second, I'll try to ring that up again. And I did. And he's telling me it's debit. I'm like, dude, I just saw you pull out your food stamps card. He's all like, oh. He looks at me like he's pissed. And he's like, I don't have time for this shit. It's like, dude, it's midnight, 12:30. What are you doing here shopping anyways if you don't have time for this? You know? This is the opportune time to shop, you know? You don't have to deal with crowds. You don't have to deal with anything. You can just do what you want to do, which is good. I like it. That's why I like nighttime. But he's acting like he's in this rush, you know, like he's got to be home, you know, he's got to get home to feed the chickens in the morning or something. I don't even know. I don't know. All I'm saying is, if you're going to be a dick and you're going to get proven wrong, shut the fuck up, okay? Don't give me that nasty-ass look like I just did something wrong, because I didn't. I just helped you out, fucking asshole. Ugh. But that being said, there are some nice old people out there. In fact, you know, helping old people is actually very rewarding, you know. But you get, like, what causes that? You know, like, they're from the same time period. You get your ones that are very, very, they're very outgoing, you know. They're just, they like it when you help them, and they want you to know they appreciate it. So they'll go out of the way. They'll, you know, either handshake you or, you know, give you a nice shoulder touch. You know, they'll be like, "Thank you, I appreciate it." You know, you get those ones, but then you just get these old ones. Did I ever tell the story about this old guy who was basically as a cashier? There's only so much you know without being told. You know, a lot of it is hands-on experience. After doing it so many times, you just kind of build up your own method. Well, like my first week or first month as cashier, this old dude comes through, and we're at self-checkout. Normally, you're supposed to go through self-checkout, which is a very simplified computer with the touch screen. You click it, you scan your item, barcode over scanner, it kind of goes together, you know, very obvious. But this old guy refused to use it because he only had 2 items, which in reality would take him 20 seconds, probably maybe 40 at most, depending if he was paying with cash or with a card. So this guy refuses to use it. I'm like, alright, whatever, come up here, I'll bring you out. So he's paying with like a 50, and he's only buying like $5 worth of stuff. So I ring him out, I give him his change. I'm like, alright, I'm giving you back, whatever, $40-something and change is this. I give him it back. I don't count it out for him. I just give it to him because he's obviously in a hurry, and there's probably like half a dozen people up there in line waiting to check out. So I give him his change, which is completely acceptable. That's my main method of giving change back to people. I say, I'm giving you back so-and-so. They see me pull it out, and then I give it to him. So this guy, this guy, I give him his change. He looks at me like I'm doing something wrong. He's just like he gets up in my face, and you know, I'm like looking at my cash register. So he's like off on my side. He's like trying to come around and look at me. So I'm like, can I help you? He's like, yeah. Where'd you go to school? And I was like, over here in this one town. He's like, who was your teacher? And I was like, this one guy. It's like such an unspecific question. Who was your teacher? This isn't the fucking 40s where you had one teacher teaching a whole class, you know? This was a school where every class had a different teacher, you know? Every grade had like 5 teachers. So, this guy, he's just like completely being a dick about it. He's just like, okay, well, I'm gonna go to your school today, and I'm gonna tell them they failed at teaching you math. And I'm thinking, math, Was there any problem solving I had to do here? No. Was there any equations that needed to be solved? No. Was there a number on the screen that says $40 and something and change? Yes. Now, have I ever had a customer request that I tell them how much change they're getting back and then count it out for them? No. So it's just one of those experiences where you're like, the fuck? Like, this guy's purposely going out of his way to say, your teacher fucked up, he didn't teach you right, you obviously don't know math, because you didn't have to count, so that means you don't know math. Like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? If anything, that's like a, I don't know, that's just like, if I was a customer, I'd be like, hey, next time could you count it out for me? Because apparently my eyes are too slow and they can't see you pull 2 20s out and then a couple ones or whatever the fuck it was. I don't know. But the guy's retarded. It was like one of those weird things, and then of course you can't let the customer know that they've affected you. So what you do is you say, hey, thanks, have a good day. You know, you give them a nice friendly farewell. And then they're like, no, I won't. And they're like, okay. Keep it good. Yeah. Happened another night too. This guy came in very, very dicky. He said I was gonna get fired. Basically, we're not allowed to count bottles and cans and give them the thing back. All right. What you're supposed to do is we have machines out front that you're supposed to put your bottles and cans into, and it crushes it, gives you a slip for how many you put into the machine. This guy, though, he's so used to coming in during the days where they will actually count your bottles and cans, and they'll be like, alright, so you had like a 6-pack, here you go, there's 30 cents. No, this guy comes in with a cart full of like 50 or more bottles and cans. They were like 6-packs just stacked on top of each other. So he comes in, he's like, he just wheels the cart up next to me, and he's like, alright, here's my bottle slips, and here are these ones that you can count for me. There's exactly this many, and there's this many. And I'm like, I can't do anything with the cart you have there. You'll have to do that in the morning. He's like, you're fucking joking with me, right? I'm just like, no, man. You gotta come back in the morning, 8 a.m. And he's just like, that's fucking bullshit. And I'm like, yeah, sucks. You know? And there's nothing you can do. You can just try to keep them calm and make them understand that you can't do a single thing for them. But they don't want to hear that. They want their way, basically. They want to hear, yes sir, I'll get right on that. It's like, no. Even if I could do it, I would do it. But I can't do it. But this guy just started freaking out at me. He's like, this is fucking bullshit, what's your name? He like looks at my name tag. It's like, what's your last name? I can see your first name, but what's your last name? I'm like, fucking Hager. He's like, what? I'm like, no. Get out of here. Before I throw my hot pocket at you, man. I don't care. Get out of my store. No. That's just another one of those customers where you're like, hey, have a good night, man. And they're like, no, fuck you. And you're like, oh, well, take it easy. They don't like it very much, but you know what? Fuck them. I don't know. I don't get how you get to that point in life where you just don't give a fuck. And, you know, you take it out on other people. Is it because people, like, took it out on them? Did they do it? I'm not alive on this planet long enough to really go out of my way to do that kind of shit. Whereas, probably in their thinking, they're like, I'm not on this planet long enough to give a fuck, so I'll do what I want to do. But it's like, you're going out of your way to waste more time by doing something that's not going to do anything. Sure, you're going to make somebody feel bad? Okay. It's not going to affect me. I don't know. Alright, I gotta get back to work. We're 9 minutes. Alright, sure, we're gonna hit 10 minutes? No, we're not. We're ending this bad boy. Alright, goodbye. Boop, boop, boop.